Hey everyone, welcome back to more StarCraft. We're doing the big push. Zerg, alerted by the Sidemeter signal, descended upon the unsuspecting Confederate forces and annihilated them. Oh dear, okay, well that's not a good way to start things off. Once again, the Protoss fleet under the command of High Templar Tastar arrived and incinerated the planet. Business as usual. The big push. So basically the Protoss just wiped out the bunch of Confederates.
Greetings, Commander. Receiving incoming transmission.
The time of our final strike against the Confederacy is close at hand. Before we can strike at Tarsonis itself, however, we must break through the Confederacy's most potent defenses. General Duke will brief you.
I've defended Tarsonis in over 30 major battles, so I know its defenses inside now. There are 3 primary orbital platforms that serve as staging areas for the Confederate fleet. If we assault the central platform, we should cause enough of a ruckus to allow a small force to break through the planetary defenses.
General, I'm impressed. I never figured you for the frontal assault type.
Well, the Confederates have Omega and Delta Squadron troops defending the platform. They're nothing compared to my Alpha Squadron boys.
Right.
Okay, that was actually... Holy... Is that okay? I don't know if my mic's way too loud. Again, I don't know if I'm clipping this. Hold on. Let's actually... Oh, whatever. If I'm too loud, you... If I'm too loud, I'm too loud. I don't think I am. Though now I'm paranoid, so... God, hold on one second. Task manager, but yeah, okay, let's try this. Is this a little bit better? I think it is. Okay, yeah. Alright, cool. Okay, hopefully that's better for you guys. I have 2 command centers. Holy. Do we not have any raves? Oh, we do. I thought for sure we'd start off with some raves. Right, and I can't grab multiple buildings. And we have a battle cruiser, so this is pretty cool.
Alpha Squadron never would have left this equipment behind. That's what I call sloppy.
And what we're going to do is just this a little bit. Alright. That should be good. We could have the nuclear silo, but I don't really want it. I'd rather be close to the minerals. And I'm dead serious. I would rather be 1 tile space closer.
Go ahead, HQ.
Is that sad? Probably a little bit, but that's alright. So how you guys doing? I'm a little bit tired today, but I mean, that's kind of business as usual after a day's worth of work. Because I'm recording this on Wednesday right now, so it's can't really say it's been a journey, but it's been a full day of work. I think that's all I need to say. You guys get to mining. Oh, ghost, that's cool. All right, we need to build supply depots, so I guess we'll build the first one there. Park here. Now I need to figure out a way to disable the alternate skins. As cool as the gold command center is, I don't think I want that. Show pre-order bonus structure skins? No. There you go, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, it's more in line with everything, so let me guys know what you think, you want that or not. What I was gonna say, I was gonna say the interesting thing about today's day and age is that, well, first of all, I don't really like how I led up with that. Basically, all I want to say is that it sucks that politics is so interesting of a conversation. Not an interesting conversation, so much of an interesting issue, yet it's very divisive. So it's hard. Let's just get rid of this. Alright, that was neat. because I was thinking about it, as much as I would like to talk about politics on my show, it's more of like I shouldn't do that, I don't think, because it's a very divisive issue, right? And I think part of the reason why that's the case is just because it affects it affects everyone if you really think about it. And I'm already not figuring out what to do. Alright, so I'm actually gonna sack the drop ships because I don't actually need them. I feel cold doing that. And do we not have gas? Oh, gas is over here. Alright. So I think in the meantime we're just gonna be having a great defense. And while I think there's merit in political discussion, I think so. The issue is twofold. Why I wouldn't talk it. A, I think as much as I like to do off-the-wall commentary for my videos, or commentary that's just tangentially related to everything else, I think politics is very stressful for a lot of people. I think myself included. Like sometimes I watch politics and I think, man, you know, that bums me out or that's stressful. Okay, I think we kept the dropships. Where are they? So I think for people, if they click on like a StarCraft video and then you're greeted with politics, it can be a turnoff because I think for some people, these kinds of videos are an escape for them. Whereas philosophy, I'm more okay with because I think even though philosophy for some people is uncomfortable, I think it serves a purpose of challenging people. Also, we're doing this so we can literally get more gas or more efficient gas mining. And yes, we're destroying the nuclear silos. I don't want them in the slightest. So in the meantime, we're just like Marines, more Marines. And then I guess also, well, you can start building gas right now. So one, politics is depressing, but two, if I start talking politics and someone disagrees with me in the chat, I just think I invite the risk of people getting hostile in my community, and I don't really want that. And I will say, actually, right now, the community that I have as of right now, at like 20 subscribers, I would feel comfortable discussing politics and things like not getting out of hand. Like, I feel that with this size of community, like I can talk politics and everyone would be respectful. And that's cool to me. But that being said, like, what happens if I grow? And, you know, now that I say it's like, it sounds like, oh, well, he definitely wants to grow. Just put you guys some bunkers, that'd be nice. Put one up here and another one up here. But if someone else like comes watching my videos and they hear me start talking politics, like some time down the line, like it doesn't even need to be my channel has to grow. Someone could see that video and just, or see this video and they immediately be turned off. Though I suspect the sound issues from the other videos might be turned off. And again, I apologize for that. The thing about having like a video that has inconsistent sound quality is that for those videos in particular, like the 3 Terran videos, I wasn't happy with the audio quality with them. But the thing is, it was close enough that I felt comfortable just posting it. And the other thing too is like I'm a lazy human being. So it wasn't bad enough for me to completely redo them. I just thought, you know what, like this is good enough. I can just post them. But then that said, even though I posted them, I thought to myself, well, I think I could have done a better job, but I don't think it warrants the effort of redoing those videos. And I guess the other thing too was tons and tons of people were like, oh, blah, I hate this. I could redo them, but then at that point, you might say, well, what happens to the original videos? It's like, well, those can be gone forever. Actually, oh, shoot. You know what we're gonna do? Drop the engineering base over there. And actually, what you can do... Okay, I'm glad I hung on to these. Alright, and we have way too much money right now. We have...
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, if they have cloaking, I was gonna be really disappointed. So let's just build a missile turret. That'll probably solve a lot of our problems. And I'm also gonna be looking to expand. Like I think this is gonna be a long mission, which is good that I think I'm recording it today because that way it gives me more time to I don't have to power through as many episodes in one sitting, which is good for me in my mind. Because I think, so for example, if I record this mission, the next one, the one after, that would probably be at least 2 hours of recording, if not more. And I think for the third episode, I get a little bit burnt out. Because as it stands, I do my best work in like 2-hour bursts at most, but sometimes I'll record only for an hour. Because I think if I record for much longer than that, I just like lose stamina. Alright, tank mine seems like a good way to do things again.
Give me something to shoot, Commander.
Throw you in there, and we'll put a turret here for detection? Sure, good enough. Get this. Weapons. And you can build a missile turrets all over the place.
Your forces are under attack.
Alright. So, and actually we should hotkey these so I can spend my money a little bit faster. So that's why I don't really talk politics here. And at first I thought, yeah, I'm gonna be that channel who talks politics, but honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think, you know, I think it's really wise that people don't do that. Though I would love to do more philosophy. Philosophy would be a lot of fun, but the thing is I need to like read more about philosophy. And I think the problem with philosophy as well is that it's complicated. So discussing philosophy while playing a game like this would be very hard to do. Unless I know the subject matter extremely well, which I can't honestly say that like that's the case. Yeah, and dude, come along. Oh, we need an academy. Shoot. That's right, we need better Marines. Ah, I keep forgetting about the academy as an upgrade. Or as a building that can upgrade stuff. And we'll actually do ship weapons. Actually, we could also get... We're going to go really hard on the upgrades, I think. So that's going to be alright. We're going to build another missile turret here. So I think for me, part of the reason why I don't talk about philosophy is because like it's hard. Okay, so we have siege mode, so that's good. So I think we can start smacking these guys around. I can't. Are these guys brown? That's really hard to tell apart. And man, I wish I had medics. Okay, well I kind of, you know, poked the hornet's nest, I feel. That's alright though. Dear God, this is slaughter to the highest degree. Wow, okay, that was exciting. I mean, we basically lost everything, but that's alright. Alright, that's not... Don't chase him. Alright, so control 7, weapons, plating. And I want to start building this turrets here, just so you guys don't get... Oh, just fall back. Holy, this is a slaughter fest. Alright. I mean, we could use ghosts, but where's the fun in that? More Marines are going to be good because we don't have a lot of minerals. I mean, we can use vultures, but I might do that next mission. Or the last mission. I don't know how I'm going to slice this sucker. I'm also hoping these guys like just suck on upgrades, so it'll be easier to take them over. 29 kills, yeah, so we're gonna be using Duke a lot, I think. He's gonna help assault these people.
Your forces are under attack.
I think because we're gonna be investing Marines so heavily, we're gonna want to upgrade them as quickly as possible. And part of the reason why we don't have a lot of gas is because we're I mean we're spending it on the Marines.
Upgrade complete. Your forces are under attack.
So I think if we can establish a foothold here, we're gonna be better off. +3. Oh, he does 50 damage. Alright, that's a pretty stupid battle cruiser if I ever saw it. Alright, and we're actually running out of minerals very quickly. Ship weapons level 2.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, I think their Marines can actually just come in here and clean up the place. He's got 4 ship plate, and that's actually pretty significant. So the nice thing about Duke is that like we can repair him, so I'm okay to use him. And like, he's quite durable as well.
Your forces are under attack. Base is under attack.
Alright, I need to repair you. And actually, we need to get a ComSat station
Your forces are under attack.
for close graves.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, go Marines. So they're still 1-1. I think once they hit 2-2, they're going to really start to shine. And again, I wish we had medics, but we simply do not have them. And for those of you asking what are medics, they're in the expansion. They're very useful to have. Weapons, armor. Yeah, we still have the gas. Okay, so going, you know, 5 upgrades is probably a little ambitious on my part, but that's alright. Okay, and surely there's minerals. There's gotta be minerals somewhere. So at least the Marines will be 3-3. Relatively soon. And yeah, tanks are doing alright too. Like our upgrades are good, but the problem is we have to use mostly Marine based armor. Oh my goodness, look at all those minerals. That makes me excited. What else makes me excited? Politics! Whoa! No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how people have the endurance to do politics for a living. And like, I mean, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, sucks to be you if you're a politician. Which I mean, that might sound like that's what I'm saying. I'm just.
Insufficient phosphine gas.
I think I'm just more just saying that. Wow, it's impressive. It's not. I don't think it's something I can do. But I think that's just it, though. I mean, I do software development like mathematics for a living, and I think for some people they look at that and it's like, how can you possibly think of doing that? And for me, I just think, well, that's just that's kind of business as usual for me. Whereas I do understand for a lot of people that that's very different. Oh my goodness, yeah, we need a base. Actually. You should stay here.
Upgrade complete.
Can you just pull this up? Yeah, you can. Okay, while you're pulling that up, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna lift you off and fly you over here. And we're gonna repair Duke while we're at it. Like, we need the minerals. Like, we've hit full stop. We can't do anything else right now. We got a lot of Marines, though. I'm almost wondering if we can just do this with just the Marines. Especially if they're already 2-2. And once we get plating, it's gonna be so much better, so. That's my experience. Oh man, like what else can we talk about? Like this, it's a lull in the action right now. I guess we could talk about knees. Like, hey, how are knees doing? Oh, it's gonna take a while to repair them. It's gonna take a while for those guys to get there too. Yeah, so we have all these upgrades going. So I guess the thing is with the doing 5 upgrades at once is a drain on the resources, but once you get there, or if you can support it, I mean, your troops get upgraded very quickly. Like, we're already at 2-2, and while I don't have a game timer out right now, I can imagine that that's a very fast 2-2. Oh, we didn't even upgrade our Marines to get range. That's embarrassing. Alright, these are done, so that's pretty cool. And we're going to transfer some of these guys over too, because there's way too many SCVs. So this is going to help our mineral economy quite a bit. And, I don't know what to do with the ghosts, to be honest. Here, we'll send a platoon of Marines over here. And what's our mission objective? We have to destroy everything? Yeah, let's do it. Alright, I don't know where this guy's going, but I like his spunk. He's got plans. No one tells him what to do. Yeah, I get... Oh, we don't have a life vehicle waiting. That's sad. I feel like my SCVs need to branch out a little bit more. Having a lot of time. Alright, well, he's just trying that. Whoops. Can you guys not do anything else? Are you guys at the end? Oh, can they walk across? Oh, it wouldn't even matter anyways. Okay, well, they're destroying that. Let's see. More tanks.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, we're mineral broke yet again. So I'm hesitant to sack a lot of my Marines for scouting. Oh. Oh. Looks like the party came to us, boys.
Your forces are under attack.
However, it'll be better if I individually tell these guys to go mine other things. I'm not quite sure if that's going to help with anything, but it's not going to sound like we're trying. Alright. So we'll siege up our tanks. Alright, in the meantime, I don't think there's going to be much else we need to do. Where did these guys go? Did they get distracted? I honestly don't know. Alright, well anyways, let's send squads of Marines out. I mean, these are a bit of expensive scouts because, I guess get the same scouting information with one Marine as I can with like a squad of Marines. Yeah, we're throwing squads of Marines at them. Yeah, so they're at 0-0, so I think my Marines should be able to tear them up pretty easily. Alright, we want to pull back because the tanks definitely going to chew us apart. And they should be able to take this tank easy. Alright, so they actually did not bad. I'm proud of them. Though that said, now that I've seen that expo up there, that's definitely what I'm looking at taking. Because I guess money makes the world go round. I mean, really, if you think about it, I think most places in the world are capitalistic in nature. So, I mean, money does drive a lot. But I think you gotta be weary of the idea that you can only be happy with money. Because I think money, while it allows you creature comforts, I think there's much more to life than just simply money. Which is easy for me to say because really I don't have, financial concerns. I mean, yeah, I have to worry about certain things, but I'm not in poverty or anything, though a lot of people are. And I think that's why I try to avoid making bold statements, like, in general in my channels, because I can only really speak from my perspective, though I wonder if, if I took harder stances on stuff, maybe have more interesting opinions. Is this happening? Oh, he's gonna lose. Barely. Barely. He almost had that. That's just to give you an idea of how good upgrades are. Alright. And unrelated to upgrades, but we're taking this. I don't care what we have to do. Oh, and all the Marines are down here. Alright. So I think these guys are just going to charge right in. Like, I'm not feeling cost efficient right now. I think we're just going to go right in there. And so, to my point, I think it's easy for me to say, oh, money's not everything, when I'm in a situation where money's not super important to me. I'm not saying that I don't use money. I do. I need that to survive. But by the same note, I don't need excessive amounts. So, whereas for someone who's just going by day, trying to get the most out of life, then money's going to be, they're going to say, well, no, I need money. Because for them, it's more relevant to them to have that extra money. Whereas for me, it doesn't. I think that's also for me to use an equivalent. And this is like not my view. I realize now I said I was going to avoid politics, yet here I am. That's like me saying that, oh, racism isn't really a big deal because I'm not affected by racism, at least not in like my current environment. And for the record, I really want to throw this disclaimer. I think racism is a huge issue and that we suffer from that greatly as a society. But for the sake of my argument, I'm just saying from my perspective, like, finances are, as important to me as they are for some people, but I also think that's just partly due to my nature. I'm not necessarily a materialistic person. I'm pretty frugal as it is. I don't, like, I guess to demonstrate my point, I look at the cinemas and I think, oh, that's an inefficient use of money. Well, I shouldn't say inefficient because I don't want to like come down on anyone who goes to the cinemas, but if you think about it, that's $20 for seeing a movie. Oh dear, we need Marines and Duke. But I think part of the reason why the cinemas can get away with charging that money is because people like buy into it. And again, I don't want to be like bashing and go, yeah, movies or whatever. But $20 for 2 hours worth of entertainment, that's a lot of money, I think. That's $10 an hour, which I mean, that's lower than minimum wage, but I still think that's expensive. I guess compared to say like video games or books. But I go to the movies too, and I don't want to say, oh yeah, I'm guilty of going to the movies. It's like, no, I just I go to the movies.
Forces are under attack.
I want to get some bunkers going up here, just for maximum protection. And we should definitely be set on the resource front. And you think of concession prices of movies as well, that's also very expensive. But still, I forget my original point. So I guess we're talking about how expensive, you know, movies are. But I do think part of the reason why, you know, they are that expensive is because, you know, people are willing to pay that price. Like, I think if people were more thinking like, oh, I'm not going to pay that amount for that movie because I think it's just too much for me, less people would be inclined to, or sorry, if people didn't go to the movies, I think they would lower the prices a little bit. But I think that's kind of how, like, inflation, like, I don't know enough about inflation to really make, you know, sweeping statements about them. Like, I think I have speculation, but I think everyone has speculation, so I'm just gonna be careful about what I say. Though, I think more what I'm talking about is supply and demand. So I think there's still a lot of demand for movies, and I think a lot of people like this is gonna sound like I'm on my high horse, and I don't want to be that guy, but if you think about it, games like StarCraft, or I think video games in general, yeah, people play them, but games like StarCraft, not a lot of people play because if you think about it, it's StarCraft is a pretty intense game, or even things like, I guess, like Overwatch. Yeah, like a lot of people do play Overwatch, but if you think about it, it's more like the younger generation. Like that's our thing. Whereas for movies, I think more people can enjoy them because they're more accessible. But moreover, I think they're... I mean this in the nicest way possible, but I think they have the potential to be mindless as well. And this is where I want to be very careful. So I think for a movie, it's easy to sit down and watch it and then not really think about what's going on. Though that being said, I want to offer up the disclaimer that I've seen... some movie analysis, movie analysis videos where I think to myself, wow, that person really went deep on their analysis of this film, and I really appreciate it. And I think films can be a very deep form of media, but if you tune out for a film and then just kind of like watch over it glazed-eyed, you can still enjoy the movie. Like, I mean, this is, again, I'm afraid of being offensive here, but you look at things like Transformers or some other films, and I guess disclaimer, I haven't seen Transformers, like a Transporter film myself. If you look at those films, they're flashing, they're full of explosions, right? You may even say the same thing for superhero films. Like, they're not overly elaborate, but you know, they're fun to watch, and I think for people, they enjoy that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I mean, even if you're looking at what I'm doing right now, I'm playing a game of StarCraft, and I'm trying to do off-the-rails commentary. I say off-the-rails too often. We need a new phrase. But I'm trying to do unique commentary that's not related to the game, which I don't want to... This is where I say, oh, I don't want to see it, you know, it's easy. But I think this takes more effort than, say, watching a movie. Because, like, I'm trying to be on my game here. I want to be, like, alert, say, interesting and relevant things. Or, you know, keep the commentary fresh. And I'm, like, also trying to macro up as well. And it's taking a lot of focus. But I think for some people, they would find this exhausting. And I, myself included, sometimes I think, boy, I don't want to record very much. And related to what I was saying earlier, for these kinds of games, I just think to myself, nah, I'm just not feeling recording tonight because it's effort. Can you guys just not get over there? Is that what's happening? So nothing over there. So it doesn't really look like there's a lot here. That is marks the end of that space platform. So, and I guess going way back to my original point, I think that's why movies are a bit more expensive than, say, other forms of media. Whereas, you know, I think people... I feel like I've hit preachy territory. But, I think books wouldn't hurt people to read a little bit more. But then you look at the price of books, then they're cheaper, but less people read, especially in this day and age, right? So, and I also think it's... people are going to try and get as much money for the product as they possibly can. And again, I don't think that that's necessarily wrong, but it relates to the whole thing supply and demand. Because there's a lot of demand for movies, people like to go out and watch the movies. And you know, like myself included, I do go out and see movies, but for me, I think, wow, like $20 for a movie, and if you get like popcorn and stuff, cool, that's like $40 right there. You know, that's not, I don't think that's cheap entertainment. And like it adds up. Like if you go see the movies frequently, like oh man, like $40. Like, and I think for me, I have a bit of perspective now that I've, you know, finally moved out. Is that I went to the grocery store today and I bought a box of Triscuits, some eggs, and 2 like bottles of spices and a can opener, all for $25. And the most expensive thing was the spices. The spices cost me like $10. So the Triscuit, the eggs, and the can opener, that would have been $13. Can opener I don't need to buy again because now that I have it. So $8 have bought me eggs and the Triscuits, and the eggs I can use for breakfast for 6 meals. That's 6 breakfasts I just bought with the eggs. Though they might be saying, well, you're only eating 2 eggs for breakfast. And I'm like, well, okay, listen, something. But that's a different conversation for a different day. But again, I think the other thing to keep in mind too, you have to think what's important to you, like what's it worth to you. So for some people, yes, going out to the films, what will cost them $20, but for them, it's $20 well spent. And you know, same for me. When I saw the new Spider-Man movie in theaters, yeah, that cost me like, you know, $20 for the ticket, but I guess it's $10 for the ticket. Sorry, I'm getting really confused. $20, okay, sorry, it's like $10.50. Okay, that was a huge mistake. I wonder how people were just screaming at me. He's like, dude, you're saying the wrong prices. It's $10.50. So for some people, they think, oh, that was money well spent. I was happy to spend that. And then for me, for Spider-Man, that was completely okay. I think the reason why I got $20 in my head is because even when I go to movies, I go with friends. Like I never go to movies by myself. So, and usually when I go with friends, one of us buys tickets, the other one like buys the snacks. That's why I had the $20. So I apologize if anyone got livid about that. And I think that's just it, unless there's something down here. We didn't really do a lot of macro. We were too busy talking. Yeah, and I think that'll be it. So, yeah, nothing wrong with movies. I'm just saying. And for me, like, I wouldn't spend $10.50 on some random movie I didn't know if I didn't know it was good or not. Like, and that's why I think for cinemas I'm more choosier than some other people. Oh, there you go. How do we get there? Hiding all the way in that corner. I think we only seen the Marines. I thought the video was going to end, that's why I think I cut off my tangents and I don't really remember what I was saying, but hey, so how you spend your money, your time is like definitely up to you. I think for me, I'm just saying like I'm conscientious of the price for the cinemas. Because for me, it has to be a good movie for me to feel justified spending $10.50 for the like entertainment of the said film. And that's why you guys like, well, there's cheaper alternatives like Netflix, you know, DVDs, etc., right? And actually, I guess that's just it. If you consider Netflix compared to the cinemas, Netflix I think is like $12 a month. $12 a month, and like that's like as many movies as you can eat or watch.
This is Duke. The emitters are secured and online.
Who authorized the use of psi emitters?
I did, Lieutenant.
What? The Confederates on Antigua were bad enough, but now you're going to use the Zerg against an entire planet? This is insane.
She's right, man. Think this through.
I have thought it through. Believe me. You all have your orders. Carry them out.
Oh boy. Well, Banks probably doesn't spend money on the cinemas either, because he doesn't seem like that kind of guy, am I right? Oh boy. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. That was a fun ride. We're talking about movie prices. So, movies you can eat. That's going to be the title of this episode. Movies you can eat. There we go. All right. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.